What's up guys, it's West FPV here. Today NewBeeDrone has sent me some brand new batteries that I'll be testing out and reviewing. The NX69. So go ahead and get your laughs out now about the 69.
LOL 69.
So let's hop into it though. I want to tell you a little bit about these batteries and why they might be able to compete with the BT 2.0 batteries. The first thing about these batteries, I want to look at the connectors and compare them between PH 2.0, BT 2.0, and just see the differences on the connector on the battery and then the connector on the drone, and just kind of compare. So let's look at that real quick. Oh, my desk looks disgusting. All right, so I got three battery types here. The one in my hand closest to me right here, that is the BT 2.0. The next one in line, that's a PH 2.0. And then the next one is the brand new NX69. So just comparing them between, just comparing the NX69 versus the PH 2.0, you can already see that the hole is a little bit longer on the NX69 compared to the PH 2.0. The BT 2.0 is just kind of its own plug. It's just completely different than these two. The reason the BT plug is better than the PH plug is because in the BT plug, you see the copper connections in there. They just get a much better connection inside of the connector than a PH would. But that's what the NX69 is trying to solve here with its new connector. Let's look at the sides though real quick. They look basically the same on the battery, but you can tell like between the PH and the NX, it's a little different on this side, but then when you flip them over, it's the same thing on this side. Kind of hard to get in focus, I'm sorry. Basically the same thing on this side, it's just this side looks a little different. The plug itself, here's the plug itself. You can tell it's just a little bit longer than a PH plug would be. I'm gonna be honest, this plug is a little bit bigger than what I was wanting, but hopefully once I put it on the race spec, it kind of weighs what it used to, or maybe like close to it. But yeah, that's the only downside I see of this new plug, is for like at least racers, if you're worrying about every gram, this plug is definitely a little bigger than like a standard BT 2.0 plug, so I'd keep that in mind. I'm still gonna switch it over. I'm gonna weigh my race spec before. I mean, it should weigh what, I haven't done anything to it, so it should weigh what it weighed when I got it. Then I'm gonna weigh it when I put this on and kind of see the difference. But before I do that, I want to take my race spec out in the backyard, get some packs with a PH or a BT battery, get like a couple in, get warmed up, just see how it feels, and then I'm going to solder on this connector right here. So before I go fly, I want to talk about these batteries a little more. The NX69 has a 26 amp peak current rate, which is about 5% more than what the BT battery would output. So I'm gonna be trying to look for that. I guess it's just I'm looking for a little more power. It's gonna be hard to look for when the race spec already has a lot of power. It looks like it's gonna be a little more weight. I haven't put it on and weighed it, so this is just a guesstimate, but with a little more weight on the race spec, it might feel better to me because I'm like a spec pilot and I like a little bit of heavier drones, so, and it kind of flows better with me. But who knows, so I might end up liking it just because that little extra weight kind of keeps me tied to the ground a little better. The cool thing about the NX69 battery is that it can be plugged into a PH 2.0 battery, so all your old drones, if you don't want to switch over the connector, you can still plug in an NX69 and it works. And same thing with charging, you charge it on a PH 2.0 charger. But then again, when you're using the NX69 battery on a PH 2.0 plug, you are kind of limiting yourself a little bit on that power output because the plug itself is not going to be able to do the same amp output that, you know, the NX69 plug would do. So you'll feel a small improvement, but it's definitely going to not be as good as if you have the NX69 plug on. All right, so I have a little track set up in my backyard. Put a little track cam out there, run about 5 packs on the BT 2.0 connector on my race spec, and then I'm going to come in, solder on the new NX69 connector, go out there, do some more packs, and then kind of give a census of what I feel, if I notice anything. So let's go out there and get some TinyWhoop packs in. New kinds of highs, we're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score, we've been here once before. So many words unspoken, you
took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go on the new adventure. It's my time, watch me build another life. Find another space, explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind. Hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away, we won't see another day. We both know the score, we've been here once before. So many words unspoken, you took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go. It's a new adventure. On the new adventure.
Alright, so it's been a couple days since I tested the batteries. I've been able to put in a lot of packs since then and really test these batteries and see how they feel. There was a couple things I noticed in them that I liked and that I didn't like, so let's talk about it. So whenever I would take the batteries off the charger and just like let them set while I'm flying other batteries, when I get towards like the end of the batteries, they're not really as fully charged as the rest. They would get down to like 4.20. They're kind of just like losing charge a little bit, but I'm thinking that's just because there's like so much copper that is exposed in the NX69 connector that it might just be losing a little power. But you know, to beat that, you could just leave your batteries on the charger until you fly them. Not really the biggest deal in the world. Now when it comes to the power, I could definitely feel like the more amps that it supplied, like so much more power in the beginning of the pack. So much so that like towards like 3.2, 3.1, like when I'm getting down towards the end of the battery, like it's really the end, it's getting close. It goes really quick for me. So like it's really dumping out the amps into the drone. It feels nice and you get a lot of power, but towards the end it might sag a little bit on you. But you definitely get a good flight time out of it. I was like, if I'm not racing, if it was just like a freestyle drone, you would be flying for a long time. But since I'm like on the race spec and I'm just full throttle, well, trying the full throttle, I'm usually around like half throttle because there's so much power. The battery's gonna go a little quicker for sure. But thank you, NewBeeDrone, for sending me the NX69 batteries to try out. I've been hyped about these batteries for a while since they teased them on Instagram. They also just released or teased the prop tool that they're gonna drop. It's like a CNC prop tool. It looks awesome. You guys should go check that out. Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.